What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down a video I did a couple days ago about a Krum tier hybrid. I'm actually going to teach you guys how to do a hybrid with this small little guide. This is the army we're going to be using. We're going to be jumping into Legends League. I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of bases that you'll commonly see, how to beat them with a hybrid. I'm going to break down the defenses, what to look for, and I'm going to break down the army as well, this army right here, and show you what each troop is going to be used for. If you guys do like this video, make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below if you'd like to see me do a hybrid on other town halls to explain that part to you, as it will shift a little bit because we're doing this on a max town hall 13. All right, obviously the first thing we should talk about is what is a hybrid. A hybrid, by definition, is going to be miners and hog riders. You're very often going to see this paired with a queen charge with the healers. You almost never see a Sui hybrid anymore. You just don't quite get the same amount of value. So you're going to have 5 healers. This is my go-to attack or composition. It can be tweaked based on the base you have, but by default, this is what I use in Legends, which is what we'll look at today. We've got 5 healers, 15 miners, 11 hog riders, 2 loons, 5 wizards, 3 minions, 2 headhunters, 3 archers, 2 super wall breakers, a yeti, and then this is the traditional spell composition for hybrid: 2 rage, 2 heal, 2 freeze, and 1 poison. In your clan castle, unless you're using some sort of yeti blimp for some reason, you're going to use a siege barracks with a rage spell and an extra 9 hog riders at town hall 13. So you're gonna end up having 3 rages, and you're actually going to have 20 hog riders. That's why you bring less hogs in your army and more miners. So let's talk about what these troops are used for here. The healers are obviously used for the queen charge. They're going to be really important. That's where you're going to invest almost all your rage spells to keep the queen alive, to get those high value defenses, which we're actually going to talk about next. The miners and the hogs are your main force. Those are the things that are going to push through. These 2 loons, we're only taking 2. That's to check for black air bombs. When you're dropping the healers, you want to drop one of these loons first. If there's an air bomb there, it'll target the loon, not the healers. You don't want to lose these healers. I carry 2 just in case the queen charge is going off to the side or something. It's a way for me to adapt, drop an extra loon, and make sure I get the air bombs over there. These 5 wizards are going to be used, a couple with the yeti to help funnel, and they're also used as good cleanup troops. You can use them with the king to funnel as well. There's multiple uses for these wizards. These are one of the troops that you can tweak with depending on the base. Same thing with the minions. These are the air targeting things. These are to help with getting percentage if I need to. If I fail the attack, getting percentage near a cannon or a mortar or things like that. The 2 headhunters obviously are going to help target the heroes. You're going to use those either with the hybrid under the warden ability or through the rage with your queen to help her get through, like a defending king, for example. These 3 archers are the same thing. They're just grabbing percent. Maybe you want to move a CC somewhere for some reason. That's another reason you can use them. The 2 super wall breakers are going to be used in two ways. Number 1, with the queen to help her break into the base, get as much value as possible. That's the most common way you're going to use it. Or number 2, if you have a ring base, you can charge the queen in from one side and you can charge the king and the siege barracks in from the other side, and it makes a nice little V. By breaking the wall, your king and siege barracks gets more value within the base, and it can help you set a better funnel. All right, next thing we're going to look at is base identification. What do you look for in a base to see if it's going to be good for a hybrid? Number 1, you need to keep in mind these 4 key defenses here: the scatter shots, multi-infernos, not singles, bomb towers, and eagles. In order, number 1, the scatter shot. The scatter shot is a very powerful defense at Town Hall 13. It is one of the defenses you always are looking at in Town Hall 13. 2 shots from the scatter will almost certainly wipe your hogs off the map, which will effectively end your hybrid right away. So if you have 2 scatter shots that are really close to each other, you need to keep this in mind. Be willing to freeze one of these. If you can grab a scatter shot on the queen charge, that is really good value. The multi-inferno. A single inferno is not an issue. You have, on my hybrid, I have about 36 hybrid troops on the board at a time between the miners and the hog riders. Locking onto one of them is not going to be an issue. The only time you need to worry about single infernos is if you are charging a queen into a single. If you're charging a queen into a multi, not only are you going to be fine not having to rage the queen, as long as it doesn't lock onto the healers, but you're also going to take this out for the hybrid. The 5 beams is not what you want to see when your hybrid troops are going through. spam type attacks or attacks that have a higher troop number, you want to keep them attacking singles, as the single is not going to be as effective. When you have a lot of troops, you don't want a lot of beams on your troop. Number 2 is the bomb towers. The bombs are a giant bomb when they die. That said, you have to be careful, as if you see a space, much like between my wall and my bomb tower here, there is a space for an extra giant bomb. If you destroy that bomb tower and you find a giant bomb at the same time, those two partnered together can end your hybrid. All the troops that are sitting right there will die. You have to be aware of these and be willing to heal over these things, or, again, if you grab these on the queen charge, that's a huge bonus. The Eagle Artillery. This is a defense that is not going to activate on your queen charge. You don't need to worry about this until you're into the hybrid, but you don't want to be ending on an eagle. If you're ending on an eagle, you need to save a heal spell for late in the game. These eagle shots, if they land on your entire hybrid, are going to do a ton of damage, partnered with whatever they're dealing with at the time. So if there's a scatter shot shooting your hog riders, and the eagle is about to land 3 shots on your hog riders, they're about to die. You need to keep that in mind of where the eagle is, what it's locking onto, and be willing to freeze it if you have to. Some bonus defenses here. We have the giant bomb. Any giant bomb that you find is one that's off the board. So if you can find more of them in the queen charge, that's a bonus. So every time you see a giant bomb triggering on your queen, you should be thinking this hybrid's going to go better and better. Same with the Teslas. Teslas can sometimes get your queen charge off track, but if you can get through a Tesla farm and keep your queen on track to get more value, some of those other 4 main defenses, that's a huge bonus that the hogs and the miners aren't going to have to deal with. Next is the Skelly Trap. This skeleton trap is a detriment to hog riders. The hog riders will not target the skeletons will follow the hogs all the way through the base and just kill them one at a time. For miners, it stalls the miners. So the miners are going to stop, be above ground, and target these ground skeletons. Because of this, that leaves the miners vulnerable to a scatter. If this is in front of a scatter and the scatter is taking shots at the miners are going to take a second to get through. They're going to get hit. They're going to die. Same thing kind of goes with the tornado. There's only one of these on the base, but if you can find it with the queen, that's even better. This will spin the hogs around. It'll spin the miners around. It'll freeze everything in a tight area for the scatters, the multis, everything. All the DPS then gets centered into one place. You don't want to find that. Last but not least, I didn't put them over there because in every attack, this is an important building. It is the Town Hall. The Town Hall is the most important building to get down, obviously. It's one of your stars. On excuse me, on the queen charge, I try to always grab the Town Hall. This at Town Hall 13, it's got Inferno beams, it's got a Giga Bomb, and it has the freezing effect. All 3 of those are not good for a hybrid. You're slowing down your hybrid. You're keeping everything in a smaller space for longer. I want to get that with my queen at all costs. If I don't go for the Town Hall, I need to be getting a majority of these 4 defenses right here. All in all, these 5 defenses are your main ones that you want to be looking at with your queen charge. What can you get? And when you're looking at your pathing for your hybrid, you need to be aware of these defenses, where they're at, where you need to heal, where you need to freeze, things like that. And finally, these are your bonus defenses. The more of these you find in your queen charge, the better your hybrid's going to do. All right, typical Legends base here. Scatters in the middle, Town Hall in the middle, CC in the middle. Hit this quite often with hybrid, not this exact base, but base is similar. If you notice, we've only got 1 Multi-Inferno to deal with here. Usually when I do hybrid, I like to charge that Town Hall with the queen if possible. I don't like having to deal with that freeze effect and Giga Bomb with the hybrid. So what I end up doing here is I try to get my queen to walk into this compartment so she can take out all 3 Infernos and the Town Hall here. She doesn't end up doing that. She's actually going to walk in and then around, and then she goes through this path here. So my original plan was to have this section down, and then I have a nice little L shape like this throughout the base to go through. So I would funnel right over here with my King and Siege Barracks, and then I would just hybrid right on through and take out all of this, not having to deal with any part of these Infernos or the Town Hall. It would be a nice tight funnel between the mortar and the air defense. Everything would path in. It would be beautiful. However, that's not exactly what happened here. So we'll take a watch here. We'll put it on 2 times speed. So we drop the Yeti down here with some wizards to help with this. We find a giant bomb, which is huge. The queen's going to take out the king with the help of a headhunter. That super wall breaker breaks open this, and we found some Teslas. So right there, I was kind of worried that these buildings would pull her down. However, she was smart and went back up. But what I noticed here now is that these buildings, because these Inferno towers are so far back on the base, these buildings are going to pull the queen around. So what I want to do now is see if I can get the queen to go into this compartment and walk all the way through. So now she has the ability to get the multi. She'll get the royal champion on the back end. She'll be able to get the town hall possibly and the scatter shot here. So she's going to walk in and take out all of this, or at least that was the goal. So the super wall break comes in, it breaks open here. I actually tried to break open this compartment. It didn't work. But the ground skellies are actually going to keep this queen into this compartment. She's going to walk in, and she's going to start taking everything down. So here comes the CC. It's all witches, which is really easy to deal with. Drop poison and a freeze just to speed this up a little bit, take everything out. So here I noticed that the scatter shot's going to go down. All the CC's dealt with. The queen's going to walk in, and she will be able to snipe this town hall if she just goes in and around. So I need to funnel both sides of this hybrid pathing because I want the hybrid to go in right through here. So the king is going to be dropped down here. I put the king near the enemy hero because he has a better ability to take out the queen than a siege barrack P.E.K.K.A does. The king's actually going to be able to get through. So the king's going to take out these buildings right here. He's going to end up coming in and helping out with the queen. The P.E.K.K.A is just going to help with these outer buildings so we can send the funnel in between these three buildings right here with the hybrid. Meanwhile, the queen is still in the middle with her ability, so keep an eye on that. Takes out the Tesla, and then she takes out the town hall right here. We pop the ability just to make sure we get through with it. And then this is the next part with the hybrid. If you are going opposite side of the eagle's going to rain down a lot of shots. I prefer, if the town hall is down, to use this warden ability really early to make sure I get every single hybrid troop in this ability. Every single one is in here. If you have an extra rage spell from your queen charge, you pop the warden ability and drop your rage spell, and then you have a warden ability troops going through the base and just crushing it under rage. Because this ability goes off early, it's going to take all three eagle shots, no damage. It's going to take the scatter shot, and no damage is going to go through with the scatter shot. So let's go to that point. We find the tornado trap, which is okay. Okay. The warden ability just wore off, and we just took out the scatter without a single shot hitting our hogs. So what we're going to see now is left on the base is just the eagle. Just the eagle and the expos here. I still have the RC ability. I still have a heal and a free spell. This base is absolutely crushed. We got all three Infernos. We got both the scatter shots. We took out the CC. Bomb towers are off the board, and the eagle is about to go down because they're about to be within range of that eagle. As soon as we get past this mortar, we're in range. So we'll just watch this attack out. The RC ability really wasn't even needed. We freeze those back expos just to make sure. And at this point, this attack is absolutely obliterating this base here. The RC shield finishes off all the defenses. Those wizards from the siege barracks actually go out and help with the cleanup. And boom, that's a 3-star right there. The next base I want to talk about are these teaser bases that we see. We see the town hall near the edge of the base. So the town hall's down here with 2 scatters, the CC, and all the heroes. It's teasing it because you want to go in from this way, right? And then on the back, there's going to be a lot of DPS through here. And then on the back end, you think, oh, if I can get through here, all of this part is going to be super easy, right? Sometimes that is true, sometimes that is not. The biggest thing, if you're going to use hybrid on these bases, it can work, but you need to pay attention to the sweepers. Do you notice how the sweeper range does not cover the edge of the base like where the heroes are standing? Neither does this sweeper. That means that if you drop your troops quick enough, if you have quick fingers, you can take out all of this part of the base, the CC and the heroes, without the scatter shot shooting at your heroes or the sweepers pushing back your healers. Now, if these sweepers were, so like let's say this compartment was extended one this way, and then the sweepers were sitting in between the expo and the scatter shot, and the sweepers were able to reach over here, you would not want to hybrid this. The healers are going to get pushed back, and it's going to be hard for them to keep up with keeping your queen alive. Normally when I do this, if this is a war or something like this, I would take an ice golem, not a yeti. An ice golem will give you that freeze effect, and you're not really going to use the yeti otherwise. In Legends, I had to use the yeti. I didn't know I'd find this. But let's watch it in 1x speed and see what we do here. All right. So here goes the yeti. So what I do here is I make sure that the yeti goes out in front, right? The healers are going to heal up the yeti, but there's so much DPS going through it that the yeti is instantly going to die, and the healers are going to switch back to the queen. The reason I put the yeti in front is so that way I can get the queen down, I can get the healers down, and I can get the rage spell in. I can drop the poison all before the queen is actually targeted. There goes the rage spell, and there goes the poison spell. All of this happened before the queen was targeted by any of these major defenses. Usually on the edge like this, you're going to see some sort of aggressive type CC, something to get down a lot of DPS to distract a lot for these other DPS defenses like the heroes, the scatter shots, the Teslas that are here to take out the queen. However, they don't do that. You'll also notice that I put my headhunters down inside of this rage. Under a rage, those things are going to melt the heroes, not only because they're under poison, so the heroes are attacking slow, but also because they're under rage, and they're already doing, I think it's 4 times damage to heroes, and now it's even higher. So we get through this super easy. Look, the queen's not even taking the damage. The headhunters are actually the ones taking the damage, and they even survive it. So we have, at this point, we have all of the 3 heroes down, the king, the RC, and the queen. Now we need to work on this town hall and the scatter shots. This is where it gets a little more tricky because there are the sweepers in there. However, even with that, we've already gotten most of the DPS down by the time we get in there. So as long as we keep the queen raged up, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, she starts picking off these ground skellies, and we go in. We freeze the scatter and the expo just to make sure the queen stays nice and healthy. And now we have taken out both scatter shots. We've taken out some Teslas here. We've taken out all 3 heroes. We took out the CC. There's not much left that's going to stop this hybrid. All that is left on the base that we need to be aware of is we have these bomb towers in the middle, which are going to do some extra giant bomb damage. However, you'll notice that there's no spot for extra giant bombs. And this eagle that's in the core. So we have to make sure we funnel to these 3 sections right here to make sure that we take them down. And we start that on the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock side. And the king goes out of that range. And now you'll see that we have a 3 building funnel here to get the hybrid in. So the hybrid's going to path directly into these 3 compartments that I need. I'm not super worried about these single target infernos. They're not going to do that much damage to a hybrid. The only threat they have is locking onto a hero, but I still have that free spell as well. You'll notice here that I don't use the Warden ability quite yet. I ended up using a heal spell because all I'm going through is that bomb. Then I popped the Warden ability to get these troops into the core, and we just start shredding all of these defenses here. The core has a couple Teslas in there, but the RC behind the hybrid is just getting in really good work. RC's moving over. We still have the RC ability, and that's what's going to secure the win. Those healers just barely get the Inferno off. Even if that RC had died, you'll see we have enough miners here to clean up this base. Minions to take out the extra buildings. And that's another 3-star in Legends League. The last base we're going to look at is this ring type style base, the giant square along the outside, most of the centralized defenses in here, not many walls protecting them. This base is tricky for a hybrid for one reason only, the pathing of the troops. If you send the troops in at too wide of a path, they're going to be going all over the place. They might circle around these main defenses. There's really nowhere to know where they're going to go. So you need to do a really excellent job with pathing on these bases. If you do that, it's going to be crushed. So what we're going to see here is I'm going to come in with my queen right over here. She's going to walk in here and she's going to take out this whole corner of the base. So by doing that, we then drop the king, yeti, and siege barracks over here to go in through here to take out all of this. They're actually going to be able to take out, by doing this scatter, the queen, the RC, the expo. The queen's going to walk in, create everything over here. After that, you have this entire slice of the pie gone. You have this entire slice of the pie gone. All that's left for the hybrid to go to is right through the middle of the base to all the key defenses. By doing the queen over here, why I chose to do her over here, not over there, is we're going at this scatter, we're going at this CC. A wall break through here will be able to open up all this. She'll be able to get so much value through here. The king and king, siege barracks, and yeti, because I'm not using the yeti for anything else here, for the funneling for the queen, they're all going to go in and they're going to take out all of these key defenses here. So note, take a moment, pause the video, and look, where are all the key defenses? What do you need to look for? So what we need to look for here is the scatter, no multi-infernos throughout the base. Eagle is going to be centralized, but because the hybrid's pathing right to it, it's not going to be an issue. We've also got these bomb towers along the outside here, and here, but the queen's going to take out this one. This one might stay up from the king and siege barracks, but it's only one major defense that's left unaccounted for. It's not going to be a big deal with how this hybrid paths. So let's take a look at this attack here. We're going to break the queen in right there. So she's going to start taking out all of these trash buildings, things that could mess up the hybrid pathing. All right, rage spell goes down just to keep her healthy. Look at all this DPS going through. We take a poison, we take a freeze because of all the DPS. Takes out the CC with no problem. This super wall break's going to go in and it opens up all of this here. Like I said, the king, yeti, and siege barracks are going to go up here to create that funnel. Look how far the queen got. Because I have one freeze left, I use it on this single to protect the queen. I found both ground skellies. I have to use the ability to keep her alive to get through this single inferno. As we go down, the hogs are pathing through. They path to this bomb tower. Now watch these hogs. Do you see how low they got there? One blast from the wizard shot took it out. That's why the bomb tower is so important to keep track of. But here we go. The RC ability goes off. We take out that single with the help of the queen. We have a full health queen. We have the miners taking out the last threat to the queen, which was indeed that single inferno. The miners go and help the queen. She ends up going down, but the miners are then pathing to the last defense. And that is it. This will be a 3-star, the last miners. It was a little closer than I probably would have wanted. I should have used that extra super wall breaker over here to get that extra funnel going. But nonetheless, it is a triple on this ring type base. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and learning how to hybrid better at Town Hall 13. As I mentioned in the intro, if you guys do want to see this at other Town Hall levels, let me know down below. Also, we're going to be doing a lot more how-to guides on this channel. So if you want to see more of those, hit that subscribe button and then also comment below what strategies you would like me to use. The only Town Hall I don't have access to right now is Town Hall 11, but that'll be coming soon. So I can teach you guys any Town Hall, any attack strategy you want with these comprehensive videos. Keep on clashing wherever you are. Have a good day, good night, and we'll see you soon.